Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will talk about preposition in. Let me put myself in a corner here and let's start this presentation. Preposition in is very important, but every single preposition is very important. And we're gonna use it in these following case scenarios, or at least majority of the cases in these case scenarios. Then there are other usages here and there, but these are the key ones. First one, being in a place, movement towards a country or region, means of transportation, and time frame with seasons. Let's take a look at the first case scenario, being in a place. Mike is in Italy now. By the label place, I also includes countries. Okay, so Mike è in Italia adesso. Okay, I would say that this usage is fairly easy. I don't know, you will tell me, but give me this translation. John and Susan are in the backyard. Backyard is giardino. Now, let me give you a context about the word backyard in Italian. We don't really have backyards in Italy. It's very rare to have the backyard in houses in Italy. Giardino is the same word that we use also for garden. Okay, a public garden, a city garden. Giardino is used to describe both, backyard and a garden. I'm just saying. Anyways, give me this one. John and Susan are in the backyard. Translation is going to be John and Susan sono nel giardino. Why is it nel? You should know, kind of. You should be able to guess it at this point. Again, we're going to talk about combined prepositions very soon. But nel is the combination of in plus il. Okay, il is the article for giardino, the backyard, and in is the preposition that we are practicing right now. If in your notes you wrote down John and Susan sono in il giardino, that's fine. That's correct. No big deal. Okay. Next slide is about the second usage, very interesting one, movement towards a country or region. You remember that we talked about movement towards cities and towns, which is translated with preposition a. Vado a Roma, vado a Miami. And overall, in front of names of town, we usually use preposition a, but that's another story. Here we're facing the scenario of movement towards countries or regions. By regions, I mean the European Union, the United States, and so on. I want to go to Germany, or I want to go to North America. Okay, even the region North America, which includes both United States and Canada, and according to some geography books, also Mexico. It's a region, so in front of it we use in. So I want to go to Germany. Voglio andare in Germania. Okay, give me a translation of this one. John wants to go to Florida. Interesting fact: American states, North America states, states of the United States, but also the areas, the states of Canada. You guys call them states, I guess. If not, my apologies. States, we compare them to countries. If you think about it, it makes sense because we should stop making comparison between United States and Italy, United States and Germany, United States and France. No, what we should do is to have this comparison in our mind, United States and Europe. So there would be Florida compared to Italy, Spain compared to California, New York State compared to, I don't know, Germany, and so on. This is my idea, and to be honest, it makes more sense because size matters. Let's say United States is big, Europe is not as big as the United States territory-wise, but we have lots of people. The density of population is very high, so that comparison makes more sense compared to United States, Italy, United States, Germany, and so on. Same applies to Canada, just to give you another example. Anyways, it was a quick digression. Give me this one. John wants to go to Florida. Florida stays the same. We don't change the name. So give me this one. A few seconds. The translation is John vuole andare in Florida. Okay. Next, I want to go to the United States of America. United States of America is Stati Uniti. Give me this one and pay attention because Stati Uniti is plural. Give you a hint here. It's plural and starts with ST. Okay? So think twice about this and give me the translation of this sentence, which is voglio andare negli, which is the combination of in plus gli Stati Uniti. Article is gli because it's a masculine plural word and it starts with st. So gli is the proper article plus the combination plus in, the combination is negli. If in your notes wrote down voglio andare in gli Stati Uniti, that's okay to me. Okay? Next one. Means of transportation. Super easy. We go to Rome by train. Andiamo a Roma in centro. In treno, pardon me. Andiamo a Roma in treno. Treno is train. That being said, let's do a quick exercise on the fly about means of transportation. I will tell some names of some means of transportation and you will write them down. Okay? Let's start with, treno. You already have it in front of your eyes. Give me this one. Spell it down, write it down. Aereo, aereo, aereo. Then, which is plane for the record. Second one, give me elicottero, 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 which is helicopter. Now give me this one. Bus, 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 which is, guess what, bus, which is also called, and you will type it down, this one as well, autobus, autobus, autobus. Again, it's still bus. So we talked about, we mentioned planes, helicopters, trains, buses. Give me this one. Well, super famous, you should already know this. Macchina, macchina, which is car. Now give me this one. Barca, 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 which is boat. Now give me this one. Nave, 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 which is ship. Now, since we are talking about this family of means of transportation that go on the water, give me this one. And this is tricky, careful. Traghetto, traghetto, traghetto. Ferryboat, that's the meaning. Traghetto is ferryboat. We covered the major ones. There are also others, but I would, of course. Bicicletta, 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 which is bicycle. Also, to make it short, we call it bici, 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 which is bicycle. The one with the engine, 2 wheels, is motocicletta, 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 motorcycle, of course. And what else do we have? That's it. Well, scooter, we don't translate it. That's pretty much it for now. Okay, so just give you an overview of different means of transportation, and this was a listening and writing exercise on the fly. Now, let's carry on with the next slide, in which I ask you to translate this one. We must go to Berlin by plane because the highway is too expensive. Some vocabulary here. Plane, like we just said, is aereo because it's perché. Highway is autostrada and the gender is feminine. To is an adverb here. We will talk a lot about adverbs and the difference between adverbs and adjectives. This is going to be troppo and stays always this way with final O when it's an adverb. What do I mean by that? Just trust me, okay? You will understand it very soon. So you're going to keep it this way. And expensive is an adjective, which in the standard singular masculine is caro or costoso. I encourage you to use costoso just because caro is also used to say dear, like dear, when you write a letter, dear Bob, dear Jenny. It is what it is. So I would say stick to this one, but it's a personal taste, let's say, personal preference. So you have to be careful because you are working on autostrada, which is feminine. I should stop giving you a hint. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a minute or so, and then let's take a look at the translation, which is dobbiamo andare a Berlino in aereo perché l'autostrada è troppo costosa. I forgot to mention the translation of Berlin, which is Berlino. If you keep it Berlin in English, nobody's gonna kill you. So anyways, dobbiamo andare a Berlino in aereo perché l'autostrada è troppo costosa. You will see that adverbs tend to be thrown right after the verb. But again, we're going to talk about this a lot. Dobbiamo, we must. To go, andare. As you know, after can, must, and want, we throw the infinitive. To a Berlino. To Berlin, a Berlino, by plane, in aereo, because perché the highway, l'autostrada, è l'apostrophe. The article should be la autostrada, but since there is the vowel, we cut it with the apostrophe. If you have written in your notes la autostrada, not a big deal, still correct. Is with the accent, please. Troppo costosa, too expensive. Okay, word by word. Then, time frame with seasons. In summer, I always go to Bulgaria. In estate, vado, I go, sempre, which is always, in Bulgaria. Okay, which is an awesome country in Eastern Europe. It's part of the European Union. I always go there every single summer. It's amazing. You should go there if you haven't already, for the record. Fun fact: estate is not estate. It is spelled. It is pronounced estate, and it is summer. Always is an adverb, as just like I told you, adverbs tend to go after the verb. So I go always in Bulgaria. In Bulgaria. Okay, give me this one, please. Every winter I go to Mexico because I want to avoid the European winter. Every is ogni, stays the same, doesn't change. Winter, there is a misspelling here. Let me fix it right away. In singular masculine is inverno, and it is singular masculine. Not when it is singular masculine. It's always singular masculine. Mexico is Mexico. There are no X. There is no, this letter here, the letter X doesn't really exist in Italian. To avoid, evitare. European, the adjective is europeo. Okay? The translation of this sentence is the following. I'm going to give you some seconds or maybe a minute to translate this one. Pause this video. The translation is, well, I did not write this down. Awesome. I bet. Let's do this right now together. This is going to be hilarious for you to watch. Ogni inverno vado in Messico, moving towards the country, like we said, perché voglio evitare l'inverno europeo. Okay? Why it is L apostrophe? It should be il inverno, as you know, but it starts with a vowel, so we can use the apostrophe. Right? Let me make it nicer here. So in this sentence, we also had the movement towards the country. Again, in, not a with towns or cities. Next slide, you will see a sum up about seasons. So summer is estate, autumn or fall, depends what kind of English do you speak, is autunno, which is very similar to autumn. Winter, like we said, is inverno, and spring is primavera, which is the same translation in Spanish. So if you are familiar with Spanish, or if in your areas there are Spanish restaurants with dishes that have some sort of reference to spring, keep in mind that it's the same in Italian. Next slide is not here because I finished with all the case scenarios. Sorry about this. It was hilarious to me as well. I hope that everything was clear. If not, you know how to reach out to me. I will see you in the very next video. And well, see you in the next video.